Pleasure, excuse me, to have you with us here on this very special day. Without mentioning any names for fear of omitting anyone, I would like to note that we have members of the Utilities Board of the City of Andalusia, the Planning Commission, the Tourism and Relocation Committee, the Downtown Redevelopment Authority, the Industrial Development Board of the City of Andalusia, Andalusia City Schools, the Andalusia Chamber of Commerce, Covington County Economic Development Commission, members of the Andalusia Rotary Club, and other special guests and friends. Again, thank you all very much for being with us today. Congratulations, Mayor. Thank you for your vision, tenacity, discipline, attention to detail, and most of all, commitment to public service. Every project from sidewalks to landscaping to multi-million-dollar industrial development projects, all are pieces to the puzzle which have led us here today. I would also like to commend the members of the Andalusia City Council for their leadership, their vision, their esprit de corps, their encouragement for productivity. Again, all things that have brought us here today. Would you please help me welcome Mayor Earl Johnson.
Thank you, John, and let it not go unrecognized that John Thompson has had a huge role to play in all of this. Thank you, John, for everything that you do. Late hours. We're here today at the end of a phone call. We're here today at the end of a long process to announce two projects that I think are extremely exciting to our community. And it took a lot of teamwork, public and private partnership type of organization to put this together, both of these projects together. And in a minute I'm going to introduce you to some people who are involved in all of these. But we are here today to announce in this place here a new restaurant, Big Mike's Steak and Seafood. I don't know how many of you may be familiar with Big Mike's. They are an Alabama company. They are sited primarily in West Alabama, and they have a first-class restaurant. They're going back to the old school. They grow their own beef. They're into a huge new process that they're into, and they're leaders in Alabama. Through the years, I've been asked over and over again, when are you going to get us a top steak and seafood restaurant? Well, I can tell you folks, we got it. We got it. I'm going to introduce someone to you in just a minute who is going to speak. Is one of the partners of this company. We started out trying to find one of these, these big national companies that people know about, restaurants, and they just didn't fit our community. It just didn't work. Unbeknownst to us, Big Mike and his folks were looking at us. We didn't know it. That's why I say over and over and over again, your appearance, both as an individual and as a community, is so important because people are watching, people are looking, even if you don't know it. And that's what happened with Big Mike. They came to us and they said, we want to locate a restaurant in your city. And we started the process of working with them on that. And they looked at several different locations in town, but eventually settled on this building, which is, all of you who are from Andalusia know, is the old Amdala building. Literally thousands of people through the years have worked in this building. But it has sat empty, I know, for 30 years. Such a shame, such a historic place not being put to use. Well, now it's going to be given new life, and it's exciting to be a part of that. And I'm going to introduce the co-owners who are here today. Big Mike has what I had last week, with chest crud. He couldn't be here. He's in bed sick, so he's not here. But his partners are here. I'm going to introduce Mike Cole. Where's Mike? Mike's Scott Powell, Scott's here, and Kane Conway, Kane's here. And I know they've got some other folks here with them, but Scott is going to come and say a few words about his company and tell you a little bit about Big Mike's Steak and Seafood. So, Scott?
Now, we cook steaks, we don't publicly speak, so this is going to be really short. But we really had our eyes on Andalusia for a long time. The mayor's done a great job. John and Andy have also helped a bunch, and we know the city council's been in full support, so we're really tickled about the partnership with the city. So basically, we're just a great big restaurant, and we're about people. That's our secret, is treat people right, and they'll treat you right. So we're excited about being here, but I've got a group of guys with us, they'll be part of your community. Patrick and his fiancee, Kia, and Brad Pugh here. Well, they'll all do specific jobs for us. Probably Brad and Kia will be in the front of the house, and Patrick already leads our kitchen in Thomasville, so we know they'll do a great job here. Brandon's another key employee of ours, and we just wanted him to come and be a part of this with us. But thanks for all the city's done, and we really appreciate it. Thanks, Mayor. We appreciate it.
When they first came and we first met with them, I know the mayor of Thomasville was a friend of mine. I called him up. I said, tell me about Big Mike's. He said, are they thinking about your city? I said, yes, they are. He said, get them. He said, get them. He said, they draw from 5 counties in Mississippi and Alabama, even out of Mobile. He said, they're a great restaurant. He said, another thing is this. He said, when they opened their doors in Thomasville, every restaurant in town, every restaurant in Thomasville's revenues went up. All of them went up. Reason why? People coming from everywhere to go to Big Mike's, they couldn't get in, so they go to the one down the street. And that's true because I know it is, because we drove over there and saw it and enjoyed a wonderful meal. And I can just tell you, I've eaten at a lot of high-end steakhouses in my lifetime. Theirs is right up there with it. So I'm just thrilled to death that they're coming, and we're looking forward to it. We'll start working on this immediately. We've got the architects are working on this, and we're going to, at this time, we're going to remove these covers over the restaurant posters, and when you get finished, as you are getting served, and afterwards you can take a look at those. I think you'll be excited about what you see. That's the first half of the story. Here's the second half of the story. For almost 100 years, we've had a movie theater on the square in Andalusia. For many years, it was the Martin Theater, and then it was now it's the Clark Theater, and maybe something even before that. I don't remember all the names, but the point is, there's been a movie theater on the square in Andalusia for many, many years. We have been meeting with and trying to develop a program to redevelop that theater because we don't want to lose it on the square. Clark Theater people have worked with us, but no matter how we tried to put the deal together, we just couldn't seem to make it work financially. So we went to the O'Neill family, who owns the building, and made a proposition to them. The proposition was, will you give us that building? And you know what they said? Yes. I'll be fair, the first person I told that, they said, did what? But I will tell you this deal, putting together this deal with Clark Theater would not have worked, could not have worked, but for the O'Neill's family's gift to the city of Andalusia. So, Lester, if you will, come up, please. I want to ask you to say a word or two about what it means to your family, but I can't tell you how much it means to this city. It's the greatest, great gift, and we're going to say a few more things after that. Let's go.
Well, I got elected be the spokesman. I'm always a quiet reserve. Getting to the theater, what it's meant to me. I was born in 1946. The first recollection I have of the theater was when I was a kid, 5 or 6 years, probably in the early 50s. Daddy, every Sunday afternoon, religiously, after we went to church and had our dinner meal, would load up the family and we'd go to the theater. And that was before TVs, internet, whatever else. And it was a joy to go. After that, they trusted us. When we got up a little bit bigger, they'd turn us loose on Saturday for the matinees. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'd get meet my friends there. We would have 2 movies, and they had just as many cartoons. And that theater meant a lot to our family, not just because we owned it, but it was a place to go and something to do. It's got some history behind it. Before it was a theater, I'm going to tell one quick story that Bob asked me to tell, and that probably has nothing to do with the theater, but I'm going to tell you. Before it was a theater, it was an office complex. And in that office complex, my namesake, my uncle, Daddy's brother, Lester O'Neill, had an office in there. And they said he was killed in World War II, in 45, I think. But anyway, Tilly's here, his daughter. But they said he was very mischievous. They said you had to watch him every minute. They had a mule stable right next door. Well, when the customer would come to the mule stable, and they'd be out front trying to sell them a carriage or a horse or a mule or whatever, Dr. O'Neill would go around the back, go in the back door, open every stable that was in there, shoo out the horses and the mules. They'd go into the square. So, that being said, getting back to what this theater means to us, the O'Neill family, and what's going forward at this particular point, I can't speak highly enough of Earl, Andy, and John, how hard they've worked at it. It's just got to the point that they can do a whole lot more with the theater than we can, and no O'Neills can. And we are proud, I can say this from O'Neill, we're proud to contribute it to the city, and we want to see it bigger and better than it ever has, and we want to see it like the county fair, get bigger and better than it ever has, and I think it's headed in the right direction. Thank you.
So that's the first thing that had to happen, is we had to get the building, and the O'Neills have taken care of that in a very magnanimous way. The second thing we had to do is to get the Clark Theater Group to agree to stay with us and to build a first-class theater with the latest equipment, the latest amenities, and agreed to sign a lease with it. The city owns the building now, so agreed to sign a lease that would pay us enough that we could then go in and rebuild the theater. And I'm here to tell you that they have done that. We got the signed document, and we're ready to move forward. We've got the architectural plans being drawn, and we have some posters over here with some screenings that you will be able to see. They can go ahead and take those off, and you'll get a chance to look at those. I'm going to ask Matt Clark to come forward, and Matt can introduce whoever else is with him. I'm not sure who all is with him. Charlie Andrews, I think, is going to be here. But Matt Clark with Clark Theaters has worked really hard with us on this, and we're excited about the prospects of that new theater opening in a few months. So Matt, if you will, come forward.
Well, I don't do well in front of people, so bear with me. But Mayor Johnson, City Council, and the citizens of Andalusia, we thank you, and we are proud to be a part of this public-private partnership. The City of Andalusia is fortunate to have a mayor like Mayor Johnson, who's honest, has a vision, and the ability to lead. We've been a part of this business community for many years, and we are looking forward to many years in the future. It has been a pleasure to work with the mayor, John Thompson, Andy Wiggins, and the city council. And it has been a pleasure to work with the O'Neills over the years. They've been good landlords and good friends. We're really proud of the work that the architects have done on the theater. We love it, and I think the people of Andalusia will really love it. It's a new concept. Luxury seating in the downstairs auditoriums. That means electric recliners. Smaller, but really luxurious. Going out to eat and going to the movies go hand in hand. So, come to the restaurant and eat, and come across the square and go to the movies. One more thing. Lester talked about going to the movies on Sunday afternoon after church. I saw this plaque one time, and it read, "Your church and your theater are both vital parts of your community. Attend both regularly." And when you go to the theater, eat lots of popcorn and drink lots of Coke.
During this process, there was some talk about trying to build a new theater out at the edge of town or somewhere out of the downtown area. And every time that came up, I would think about, just close your eyes for a second. Those of you who grew up in Andalusia, lived here for a long time, just think of the downtown square with the theater dark. It would change our community forever. Thanks to the Clarks and thanks to the O'Neills, that's not going to happen. We're going to have a great theater downtown, and we're going to enjoy it for many years to come. So thank you so much again. At this time, I want to introduce Virginia Martin, who is with RLS Design. They are the architects who have worked on these two projects. And Virginia, I'm going to ask Virginia to come forward and just say a few words about the projects, and then we will go from there. Virginia?
On behalf of RLS Design Group, we'd like to say how delighted we are to be here to join you today in this celebration for this great event. Quite an occasion, and it's something that everyone has been looking forward to for a long time now. So we're pleased to be a part of that. Our firm is licensed in 38 states, and so our work takes us from coast to coast. And so although we find ourselves doing a lot of work in the New York area and other large municipalities, I can tell you one thing for sure: we would much rather be here working in Andalusia. It is an absolute pleasure. The hospitality and the climate here is definitely a huge plus. Also, you know, working with the city here, everyone has been very professional and very proactive. Their approach has been how to get this done, not getting bogged down in a lot of paperwork, and just a very positive, can-do approach. And so we're excited about the projects as they develop. As you all know, and has been stated earlier, it is certainly through the expert leadership of Mayor Johnson that we've been able to create these new destinations for the city. And I think it is through his long-term service, dedication, and vision that, these will have lasting impacts on this entire region, not just economically, certainly, but socially as well. He knows the people of Andalusia very well and knows that you expect nothing less than excellence, and that is certainly what is going to be delivered to you. Both of these projects will be facilities that everyone grow and ready for business. So we're just delighted to be a part of that, and thank you for the opportunity to be of service to you. Thanks.
I'm going to say just some real quick remarks, and then we'll move forward. What are the benefits of these two projects to the city of Andalusia and to our whole community as a whole? And before I start on that, I almost forgot to do this. I'll be sorry if I did. I want to recognize the council members. Will all the council members, please, city council members, please stand or wave your hand or let folks know where you are. This could not have happened without their absolute support, unanimous support, for backing us up in what we're trying to move forward with. So thank you, members of the City Council. Appreciate it. What are going to be the benefits to our community? Well, first, increased employment. Big Mike Steaks and Seafood will hire approximately 30 people, have 2 full-time managers that are relocating here in our city. And there they are. That's the proof of it right there. Investment. The city of Andalusia is taking the lead in investing in the historic downtown Andalusia. Public money is being invested in historic Andalusia landmarks to preserve them, create jobs, stimulate economic activity, attract more business, industry, jobs to downtown and all of Andalusia. This demonstrates local confidence in Andalusia's economy and pride in our community. If we don't invest in ourselves, how can we expect anyone else to invest in our community? This is the largest investment these two projects represent since the square was rebuilt back in the 1990s. And it's the largest investment that I know of in not streets and curbs and sidewalks, stuff like that, but buildings, other than, of course, East Trenox Street building, which was converted to City Hall. I'm talking about in the immediate downtown area. Public-private partnership. Both the theater and the restaurant are great examples of a public-private partnership that benefit every citizen of Andalusia. These two businesses will generate revenue through leases, sales taxes, payroll that will pay the city's initial investment. They will provide more entertainment options for the public and will serve to prevent leakage. When I say leakage, I'm talking about customers leaving Andalusia and going to Crestview or Enterprise or Hilton or wherever to go to the movies or go to a nice restaurant. Now those people are going to be coming to see us, and our people have a place to stay in their own community and enjoy these amenities. Historic preservation. The Andala building was home of Andalusia's first sewing plant and the predecessor of the Alitex. Hundreds of Andalusians worked here for many years, but it's been largely vacant for, I think, 30 years or longer. Bill may know exactly how long it's been, but it's at least that long, Bill. Similarly, the theater building, which has been an entertainment venue on the square for over 100 years, has become neglected and near closing, quite frankly. These restoration projects will breathe new life into two iconic, highly visible structures, fill them with fun, vibrant activity, and provide entertainment opportunities for families and citizens of all ages. Destination attractions. Big Mike Steaks Seafood is a destination place in Thomasville, Alabama. I can assure you of that. I've talked to the mayor and I've seen it in person. People drive from all over Alabama and Mississippi to eat there. We have the same expectations for Andalusia's Big Mike's as the one in Thomasville. Additionally, the local trade area, which extends several miles in all directions well past Covington County, will come to Big Mike's that currently drive to other markets. The same expectation holds for the theater. The new cinema, Clark Cinema in Andalusia, will provide the latest, most technologically advanced state-of-art movie experience. There will be a new recliner and stadium seating, digital picture and sound, totally redesigned and restructured lobby, restrooms, movie house, etc. And they will show, of course, the latest movies that they have contracts with to come to our city. One would have to drive a substantial distance for the same movie experience. Again, this venue will prevent leakage from the Andalusia economy and draw those from the trade area to our town. While here, they will likely shop at other businesses, eat, enjoy Candyland during the season. So there's a lot of benefits that will flow to us other than just selling movie tickets. Economic development benefit prospects visit Andalusia all the time. We didn't know Big Mike was one of those with business until they came and told us. So this goes on, you just don't know about it. Sometimes we know about it and have an opportunity to tell them about ourselves. Other times prospects visit without our knowledge. Serious prospects get out of their car and eat at restaurants, shop in businesses trying to determine the local mood, outlook, attitudes, etc. Employers want to know where their people will dine, shop, and find entertainment. Without these venues, they often keep looking. The same is true for existing businesses trying to grow. Andalusia Regional Hospital is a perfect example of a successful, substantial existing business that will directly benefit from these projects. The hospital is constantly working to expand and retain top quality services by recruiting specialists and healthcare professionals. These people often come from places with plenty of entertainment and dining opportunities, and they want to have the same when they come to Andalusia. Andalusia has great schools. We have a lot of other great assets, but we have lacked in some areas, and I think that this is going to make a great impact on that loss. These two projects are responding to citizens' requests. I said earlier, over and over again, I've been asked, I don't know how many times, I know the council members have been asked, I don't know how many times, when are y'all going to get us a good steak seafood house and a good theater? Well, that's not, these two projects will take care of that. So, finally, I would say this has been a long time coming. We're excited about it. The architectural work is close to being finished. I think maybe in a couple of weeks or so, we will be ready to go out to start going out for bids on both of these projects. So hopefully by late spring at the latest, we'll be in here one afternoon eating a steak and then going to the theater. So with that said, thank you for being here today. Thank you for taking your time. We're excited about this. I hope you are too. I'll ask John to come back for a few final words. John Thompson.
Mayor, members of the City Council, again, thank you for your leadership. Thank you all, the new businesses. Welcome again to Andalusia. Welcome back to Clark's, the O'Neills. Thank you for a great, successful story. We're off to a great start.